Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of SoTellUs Time. If you're joining us on YouTube, you will see that today it is just me. We are going crazy. It is the end of the year. As you guys know, it is December. That is exciting. It is a wonderful time of year, but it is kind of a crazy time of year. And so we are pushing strong. We are really just going to make this year be awesome. I know that for a lot of people, the beginning of the year started out really great and then it tapered off significantly. That is like the theme that I heard from thousands of business owners as I've spoken with them over this year. And so we really want to finish this year out really strong. So with that being said, Troy is not joining us today. He is out there crushing it, but I am here with you guys, and I hope that you can still have a good time and enjoy it and learn something really great today, because we have a great topic for you. It's perfect for the end of the year, for the last month of the year. I mean, listen, and I'm amped up. I've got my, my energy drink here, which, if you're on YouTube, you're seeing it's a Starbucks coffee cup, but actually it's not coffee in there. I'll give you guys a little tip here. So what I do is, I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't like coffee. So I do love, however, hot chocolate. And especially in this cold season, what I do is I mix up my hot chocolate, and then they actually make caffeine pills, right? Because it's like, hot chocolate's great. Everybody loves hot chocolate, but it's missing that little boost of energy. So just a tip and trick here. I actually take those little capsules, because they're just little capsules with powder in them. And it's just pure caffeine, which is great, 200 milligrams. And I just break that open and dump that into my hot chocolate. And so I've got hot chocolate with caffeine, which is really awesome. It tastes delicious, and it gives me that little pep in my step that I need, especially with what we're going to be talking about today. So today we're talking about a topic that hits so close to home for so many. We're talking about burnout. In fact, the name of this one is Power Up, Beat Burnout, and Crush This Month, because we've only got a month left, in fact we got less than a month left of the year, and we just want to make 2024 really, really great. So we want to stay motivated as we race towards the finish of this year, whether you're feeling the pressures of deadlines, juggling holiday plans, or just trying to keep your energy up. This episode is packed. It's packed full. I tried to really make sure I brought it today for you guys. I know, because it's just me, and we love Troy. I'm the energy. He's, the brains. So I'm the looks. He's the brains. He always just like rolls his eyes when I say that. So this is going to be packed full of tips and tricks, right? We'll be talking about recognizing burnout before it takes over, the magic of setting up micro goals. That's a really important one, and how revisiting your why can reignite the passion and keep you focused. So let's really hone in today and figure out how we can finish this year super strong. So the first thing we're talking about today is recognizing and managing burnout. Burnout can sneak up on you, so it's crucial to recognize the signs early. These include feeling physically or emotionally exhausted, lacking enthusiasm for tasks you once enjoyed, and a drop in productivity. So how do we manage that burnout? How do we, manage it? We got to recognize it first. Those are the signs. And then we've got to manage it. So what we want to do is first set boundaries. Learn to say no to tasks that don't align with your priorities. That is a really important one. Number 2, you want to delegate effectively. So trust your team to take on responsibilities with, that would reduce your workload and also empowers them. Because I feel like that's really important. Your employees, I just had an employee say to me the other day, not my employee, one of my client's employees, they came to me and said, I really want to let the boss know that I'm here. I'm in it to win it. I really want to help the business, and I can take on way more. How would you recommend I go about letting them know? And I was like, you know what? That is music to my ears and music to any business owner's ears. So it is very simple. Literally just go tell them. Tell them that you'd like to sit down and have a quick little meeting. You're excited, and you have something wonderful to talk to them about. And then let them know that you're willing and ready to take on more and do more, and that you are here to really help out the company and help them out. And they were really excited. They did that and it went really well. So the business owner was like, hey, thank you so much. That's awesome. Like, I don't know why they were nervous to come talk to me, but sometimes people do. People just get nervous to come in. So empowering your employees is a really great way to avoid the burnout. Next, schedule intentional breaks. Incorporate rest periods into your day, even if it's just like a 5-minute walk or stretching or something like that, right? Depending on my day, let's say I start to get tired. I will literally go into the middle of my office and I will do some push-ups. I will do some jumping jacks and I will do some breath work to kind of get my blood pumping and get my energy levels back up. Yes, I also have, my cup of delicious caramel chocolate energy right here. But besides that, I can't keep drinking that all day long or my heart's going to explode. So I will do these other things that are healthier for me, that helps boost my energy. But also just sometimes getting outside, right? Like for a lot of you, maybe you're in your trucks, maybe you're driving around, maybe you are outside, which is really great. So maybe take time to sit in your truck and drink a soda, or just take a break, just take a breath, read something, grab a book. So these things are really important. Having those scheduled and intentional breaks can just make all the difference in the world. Like, you can literally add it to your calendar to where you're like, hey, the next 5 minutes, like at 2:00, the next 5 minutes, a lot of people, even 3:00 is when they kind of start to like burn out for the day. 3:00, I'm going to go and do XYZ. Okay. The next thing is practice self-care. So whether that's exercise, meditation, simply disconnecting from work, prioritizing activities that can help rejuvenate you. So that would be maybe after work, right? That would be before work or after work. Maybe you can even break away for a little in the middle of the day. Some people, they get up really early, they go to work, they work throughout the day. In the middle of the day, they go and they hit the gym. And then they go back to work and then they finish off that night. But these things are important. You need to take care of yourself. Troy and I have been in business for 25 years. And we have been around everything from very small companies to very, very large company, hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And these companies and these CEOs and presidents, it's very sad. Troy and I personally have known several CEOs or presidents of companies, built these companies up, done over $100 million, and at the age of 50 had heart attacks and died. And what was it all for? That's what Troy and I have always said. We are not going to do this. We are going to build that same amazing large company, but we are going to be healthy and we are going to live to enjoy it, because the stresses that come along with work can and will absolutely sneak up on you. If you're not just doing these simple things like exercising, meditating, just disconnecting, taking that break, leaving work at work, and then going home and enjoying home. All right. So that's how you can recognize and manage burnout. Now, let's talk about the power of micro goals. Big end of year goals can feel overwhelming. So breaking them up into smaller, actionable steps can make a huge difference. And here's a few ideas about how to do micro goals. Okay. So divide and conquer. Take a large goal and split it into weekly or even daily tasks. So for example, instead of increase revenue by 20%, this big goal of increase revenue by 20%, aim for contact 5 new potential clients this week, which could increase your revenue. That could do the same thing. That could increase your revenue as well. That could hit your 20% goal. Or it maybe, depending on your business, or if you do, hey, I'm going to contact 5 new customers every single week for this year or for this month or for the next 3 months, whatever that is, you can hit those same goals. But instead of just having it be this big lofty goal with no actionable items, this helps break it up. Okay. Here's the next thing is celebrate small wins. Acknowledge and reward the progress, right? Completing even a minor task builds momentum and boosts morale. So, whether that's with yourself or with your employees, it's really important to celebrate. Get excited about the small wins, the little victories, because every time we make a victory, every time we, make a win, we are stepping one step closer to our ultimate goals, which is really awesome. And that's what we want to do. The next thing would be stay focused. So micro goals keep you on track and reduce the temptation for procrastination. Since small tasks are easier and manageable, and don't feel as like urgent, right? So it's like we procrastinate. We have these big lofty goals. We procrastinate. We kind of put it off. We like let the day to day sink in and creep in, I would say. And all of a sudden the day's over. We didn't accomplish anything towards our ultimate goal. Well, that's a problem because that happens day after day after day. And I can tell you, I mean, goodness gracious, here on the 14th, I am going to be 41 years old and the days fly by. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I used to say, I won't even make it to 40. I'm not going to live to 40. Are you kidding me? I ain't making it to 40. 40 so old. Now I'm turning 41 and I'm like, hey, I'm still young. I still, I feel 20 in my mind. My body says otherwise. I mean, it is. But I am now understanding. People would say to me, oh my gosh, time flies by. As a kid and a teenager and a young adult, it seemed like it crept by. Now that I'm in my 40s, it seems like it's flying by. I was just talking with a friend of mine who just turned 60 and he's like, Trevor, before you know it, it's a snap of the fingers and you will be 60. Like my wife and I just celebrated our 20-year anniversary on November 19th. Thank you. Thank you. I know you're all so happy for us. We were talking about the next 20 years are going to fly by and they're going to be so different from the first 20 years. So, it's important to getting back to this squirrel. It's important to not set these lofty goals where we then procrastinate and the time flies by. The end of the year comes and we really didn't accomplish much towards our goals. So now, the third thing that we're going to talk about and final thing we're going to talk about today is revisiting our why. Why? When motivation wanes, reconnecting with your purpose can help reignite your passion. See, we all started our own companies for a reason. We had our goals. We had our whys. It was, to make more money. It was to have more freedom. It was to, never have to be on somebody else's schedule. Well, what's so funny is as entrepreneurs now, I've done this for 25 years, right? We all know that that's exactly what happens is we don't always make more money, and money ups and downs. And, sometimes it's feast, sometimes it's famine. I love the whole, I don't want to work on somebody else's time. Well, when you get employees and you have clients, guess what? You work on somebody else's time. And in fact, a lot of times you work a lot more time. I remember the days I said I was a janitor at one point, and I said, man, I was telling Troy, it was so great looking back. It was so nice that there was a time when I could just clock in, get my work done, wear some headphones, play some music. Nobody bothered me. And then I would clock out at the end of the day and my job was done. Now, I mean, there's something to be said for that tranquility and peace of mind that comes with like not having the worries of the world on your shoulders like us entrepreneurs do. So first, what do? Let's reflect on our achievements. So take a moment to look back on what you've accomplished this year. Remind yourself of the positive impact you've had on your clients, your team, and or even your community, right? A lot of us are doing things that help our community. And a lot of us entrepreneurs, we even do like giving back programs. I love it. I see, especially, where I see it a lot is in my power washers. I just want to commend you. There is a lot of giving back. I see a lot of times in the community when it comes to power washing. I see where people are stepping up and, taking care of graffiti. They're taking care of the elderly, people who can't afford, almost like a sharing or giving back program. I love it. It's something that I see all the time. And you know what? It makes us all feel good. It makes you feel good for giving back, right? We love doing that as well. We have several programs that we donate to. And so Troy and I, we really enjoy that. And especially this time of the year, think about that, a giving back program this time of the year. There are a lot of people who could use a lot of help. And so I just love that. I love that. So reflecting on your achievements, and what have you been able to do with your clients, how you've helped your clients, how you've helped your team grow, and then even gave back to the community, helped your community, because that's really good. Focus on the positive, right? So next thing is visualize your end game. So picture how completing your goals will look and feel. What rewards or benefits will come from staying the course? That's something to do. That's visualization, right? We want to visualize. We want to sit down and spend. In fact, here's what I like to do. I like to, the first few minutes of when I wake up every morning, before I even open my eyes, there's kind of that fogginess. You're coming out of the sleep and everything. And I think they call it the REM or whatever that is, but you're still in this zone where you're not quite fully there, but it's a great place to visualize. It's a great place to look at all of the rewards and benefits that are coming because of the work that you're doing, right? Because of the hard work that you're putting in, the hours, right? Visualize those goals of what you want to accomplish. And also, I would say, even going back to the reflect on the achievements, I sometimes in those moments where I don't even open my eyes yet, I reflect on all the amazing things I've been able to accomplish over the year, because I can tell you gratitude will change everything. Gratitude 100% changes the direction of your entire life. If you can focus on the things you're grateful for, and the things that and be grateful for the things that you've been able to accomplish, instead of always, I feel like the world tells us like, you need more, you need to do more, you're not enough. That's terrible. That kind of stuff doesn't work. So spend that time to reflect and visualize, okay, on everything that you've been able to accomplish. Now, the last thing would be reinforce your mission. So ask yourself, why did I start this journey? Going back to that why, right? That's what we're talking about, the why. Whether it's to provide for your family, grow your business, or achieve a personal fulfillment, which is all of the above, to be honest. You did it for all of those reasons. Revisit your deeper motivations, and that can really help renew your focus on energy. And give you a lot of energy. That can help give you energy, right? It can boost that energy level. I get super motivated. The more I think about, the more that, again, when I reflect and I'm grateful and I visualize, man, I get energized. I get to where sometimes I'm bouncing around the office, and that energy is contagious, and my employees feel that energy and they get excited, and it just really starts to change things for the company. So I'm telling you, this is the way to avoid that burnout. You need to power back up. It is the end of the year, last month. We've got a few weeks left. We need to crush it. And then again, if we do that, it will help energize us for the beginning of the year. So guys, think about that. Reflect, visualize, and reinforce your mission. Now, let's get on to the homework, okay? Trying to keep it under 20 minutes. We're just about there. All right. On your homework this week, identify one sign of burnout and take one small action to address it, like scheduling a break or delegating a task. Then set aside time to reflect, to visualize, and to reinforce that mission. Also set up time to create micro goals this week that you can accomplish. You've got a few weeks left. Let's actually accomplish some things besides just the day-to-day grind, right? Just being in the business. That's not going to help the company grow. You need to spend time on the business. So listen, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. You guys are absolutely our favorite people on the planet. We love doing the SoTellUs Time. And I hope you're enjoying it. I think you are. As you can see, our Instagram is growing. Our YouTube channel is growing. Our downloads and listens are growing. Those have been huge and phenomenal. So thank you so much for spending your time when you're in your vehicles, or maybe sitting at your desk, spending your time with us. We love you. We appreciate you. Also, if you aren't following us on Instagram and YouTube, we're even on TikTok. Go look us up on Instagram. It's SoTellUs Time. Go look us up and follow us, because you know what? We give updates. If there's a time that we're going to have to miss, then we post that onto the social media sites. We put that out there so that people know that, hey, we're not going to be in this week being able to make a podcast or an episode. We also give other little tips and tricks and updates, and we post throughout the week. So multiple times a week. Our team does a great job at that. So go over to Instagram, go to TikTok, whatever you like, go to YouTube. On YouTube, I believe it's just under SoTellUs, but I think if you search SoTellUs Time, you're going to find us no matter what. I know on Instagram, it is SoTellUs. And then, you know what, even TikTok or whatever, just look for SoTellUs Time. You can find us on Facebook as well for SoTellUs Time. So we love you. We appreciate you. And we will check you guys out on the next episode of SoTellUs Time.